All right, everybody, welcome back to Matty Poor Boy channel. Let's just hop right into it. Today we're talking about dividend income and how much I made in the month of July. Now, this also comes with options income, but I don't think you'll get nearly the amount of in-depthness as you would from the amount of income that I get from my dividends, just because I'm just too lazy to track the strike prices and the companies. So mostly what I just do is I just track my debits and losses. And it's relatively easy. I used to share all the tickers and stuff. It just takes too much damn time. But anyway, hopping into it specifically, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys because I know that you guys will be hard to see. But here's all my numbers. Yeah, I could fake them, but it would take a lot of time and effort to do that. So, and unfortunately for you folks, it's real. And unfortunately, I'm the one that keeps track of it. So anyway, $1,600. I thought I'd be a little bit better than this month, just because normally the first month and the third month of every quarter generally does okay. You can see that we're going to be tracking at September timeframe about 3K, and we're dipping in August below 1,000, which is pretty interesting, but I guess not too surprising considering I continue to sell out of most of my large dividend positions and just move it into SPY. So with that, I'm anticipating more and more of lumpiness just based off of that. But I think SPY paid me this month. We'll check. I think it did. Maybe it paid me last month. I don't remember. So for the month of July, overall, with everything, got paid about $3,200, $177 from YouTube. So that was because I just started increasing the amount of live streams and stuff that I do. So I appreciate that because it was trending down for a little bit. So it's nice to see that come up. And then I made about $1,400 from options. So overall, about $3,200. So let's just hop into it. So we have a little bit of Devo in here with $156. Jeppy, $283. It's continuing to trend down. I'm not sure if I've sold much Jeppy or if I've sold any at all, but that continues to trend down. We have Realty Income, which is now over $125 a month, which is pretty cool to see there. Then we have SPY, which paid me $550, which is pretty cool. So we got paid $581 in January, $500 in April, now $550. So that'd be nice to continue. Last year I was only getting paid $157 to $201, and $350 was my largest payment. So we're continuing to track there. So hopefully we'll break the $2,200 mark for the year. That would be pretty cool. Stag Industrial tracking at just under $83, which would be nice. I think hopefully next year in 2024 we'll have about $1,000 run rate for that for annual income. So that's pretty cool to see. Pretty certain I had some others. XYLG paid me in early August. That's right. So we'll see what happens with that one. Jeppy paid me $78 in my Roth. We had SLG get to $90, so we should be expecting like a $90, $91 run rate kind of going forward. And that's pretty nice because every time I get a dividend from them, it gives me like another 70 cents a month or something like that, which is pretty cool. KDP and Philip Morris. I didn't check my Philip Morris payment, but that generally comes in on time, $11-12, so it won't really change the materiality of what we're talking about. McCormick, I have a very small position in that, an account that I don't even have access to, so I need to log into that somehow. Fundrise was $111. So I was hoping that Fundrise would continue to go up and up and up, and it's kind of lowered. I think I don't know if it's me messing around with stuff or if the dividends are just lowering on that thing. But anyway, I'll have to double check that. Cardone Equity Fund 5, $62 as always. Website savings, which is my personal Amex account. I was originally going to start buying a lot of websites, and then I've mostly just been investing in stocks, so never got around to it. But I have about 25,000 in here, and they just raised the interest rate on this, so it's $4.15, 4.15%. So that should be looking pretty good. So overall, that gets me to the $1,600 that I got in dividend income. So then looking at the actual monthly dividend analysis, how does this look comparatively to last year? And for July, we are down. Last year we made $2,000. This year we're at $1,600, so we're down 20%. And like I said, I'm not too surprised by this, considering basically we're selling out of some of these dividend positions and moving it into long-term positions. And so you can see we have actually a little bit of down growth here in July, 20%, comparatively to some of the other months. In 2020, 2021, we're making good progress. In 2023, I don't know why 22 is not on here, but 2023, yeah, we're coming down a little bit. I have to check why 2022 is not on here. But anyway, 2022 is on this graph, though, and 2023. So you can see we're kind of staying even. Some months are higher, some months are lower. But overall, I anticipate we'll probably be $1,000 or $2,000 for the year lower. We're predicting about 3% lower at this time. I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually 24 or 25,000, but I'd have to check all the different cells and are they reading appropriately and stuff of the like. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a little bit more towards the end once we go through all the numbers. But so far so good with respect to that. Let me just double check if there's anything over here. Nothing really too much to share over there, but that's relatively it. I mean, you guys are probably a little bit frustrated that dividends aren't continuing to go up and to the right to the portfolio, but that was strategic by me. And reason being is because I'd rather be invested in the SPY. I mean, I'm 32 years old. I'm not using these dividends for anything. Now that I think about it, I could use it to pay my rent, which would be pretty nice. And maybe I could use it to start thinking about paying for a majority of a mortgage if I went that sort of route. And maybe that is something that I end up doing. But for now, I don't really see. I'm still working. Still, entering before I kind of enter the middle of my career. I'm still probably in the first third, exiting my first third and going to my second third of my career. So, that kind of middle third portion there, because I've only been really working for 10 years. So it just doesn't make sense for me to kind of retire or do anything like that. So, it is what it is. And as always, I think what I wanted to do was just add 30 to 40% of my income every single month into this portfolio. And it's developed beyond my dreams, I think. For a while, I just kind of shut up and kept my head down and kept adding to the portfolio. And if I really wanted to, it could be generating, $60,000, $70,000 in dividends. But, I think the portfolio now averages about 2.8, 2.9% dividend yield. And that's not including like the 401k and stuff like that, because unfortunately, you can't really read the dividends out of there. Unless I were to invest in my company UDOC shares, but I'd rather invest it in the SPY just because diversification and long-term just ease of investing it into an S&P 500 fund. So anyway, always like to share that because it's a lot of money for a lot of people, and some people it's like, hey, you're just starting. And I will say, when I kind of crossed that threshold, I would say when I was getting closer and closer to the 7-figure mark, I was just like, you know what, man? I was like, I got it, man. I'm there. And then I got to the 7-figure mark and nothing really changed, right? I woke up that day and I was just like, huh. And I realized that you're always just working towards something, a goal or what have you. And, you could take that money and retire depending on where you want to be in the world. But to me, I'm purpose-driven, right? I want to help people. And so I'm making videos like this to document my progress, help people. And even if I were to retire, the method in which I help people, which right now is producing oil and gas and energy to the world, that's how I kind of define my purpose. Is I like to help people. And so I do that by providing energy. I would be doing it through doing podcasts or doing it through these more consistent videos. So anyway, hope this video finds you guys well. Let me know if you have any comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.